This might come as a surprise, but if you want to grow your interior design business, it's not about getting more inquiries, it's more about what you do with them once you receive them. And in fact, a lot of interior designers are a little bit confused about what their step-by-step is once they get an inquiry, what you should be doing and what you should be sending and when, all the way to onboarding them, hopefully as a new client. So if that's your case, you feel like you're a little bit all over the place, you don't have a clear process for all of your inquiries. So an inquiry is someone who is interested in your services, is going to click the button on your website and request more information or request to get on a call with you. If that's your case, I'm going to share today my step-by-step process for everything that you could be doing, everything that my clients are doing from the moment someone inquires via your website all the way to onboarding them as a new client. So you can either use this step-by-step process as it is, or you can modify it to fit your own needs. Okay, are we ready to go? Let's do this. So the first step is to make it easy for people to reach out to you. So if you have a website, you may have heard of CTA or call to action. It comes in the form of a button or a questionnaire or a contact form that you have on your contact page on your website that allows for people to enter at least their name and their email and potentially answer some questions that you will receive in your email, and that will allow you to move to the next phase with them, whether it's to get on a call or seeing if they're a good fit or not. So you want to have multiple CTAs, call to action, on your website. So obviously, the contact form would be one CTA, but even on your homepage, you should have 1, 2, or 3 buttons where people are either taken to the contact page or they're taken to another form or questionnaire, and where they will be able to reach out to you. And if it's via Instagram, it could be a DM, a private message, or a comment. So when you have call to actions on Instagram as well, if you post a reel or a carousel, for example, you could have them do something at the end. This is a call to action. You get them to reach out or to comment with the words so that you can reach out to them in the DMs. Whatever it is, it's important that you have a way that people can reach out and show you that they are interested in your services. So if we take the example of some of my clients, they have a questionnaire on the contact page because they want to be able firsthand to know if the person has the minimum budget required to work with them. They want to learn more about the projects and see if the prospect is a good fit or not, because there's no point for you to waste a lot of time. If the person is not the right fit, you might as well tell them straight away that they're not a good fit and possibly recommend another designer that could help them. So on your contact page, you could have a questionnaire with some of the questions. You could also have a link to Calendly or a Dubsado scheduler so that people can already book a discovery call with you. Or in my case, because I travel a lot and I'm on different time zones all the time, I don't want to have to open my calendar because that might not always be the right times for my clients. So what happens is that they are taken to a Dubsado form that will allow them to enter their names and their email. And then they will also be able to tell me what services they're interested in. And from there, they will automatically receive an email asking them what day and time they might be available to get on a discovery call. And that's how I start the process of talking to this prospect client. So as you can see, there are different ways that you can get the prospect's information. So it's really up to you to see what works best for your business. Okay, so once they've reached out, step 2 is to reach back out to them. So as I just mentioned, for me, they get an automatic email asking them for more information about their business and also to outline a few days and times that they could get on a call with me. Other clients also have an automatic email where they share an investment guide, for example. So it outlines a little bit more information about their company and a minimum budget, because as I said, there's no point for you to get on a call with someone if they can't even afford your services. So sending them this investment guide so that they can review a little bit more about what the minimum budget is that they need to work with you, what type of projects you work on, is going to be really helpful. If they want to move to the next stage, then they can just answer your email. Okay, the next step is, as I said, they've received your investment guide, and at this point, they're ready to move forward. They really want to get on a call with you, so they will answer your email. And at this point, what you have to do is just send them a link with Calendly or Dubsado scheduler so that they can choose a time that works best for them. Or in my case, I don't send them the scheduler myself. I ask them to tell me what days and times they're available, and then I schedule the call myself. Okay, so the call has been scheduled. There are a few things that you need to do at this point. You want to make sure that they receive an automatic email outlining the day, the time, the purpose of the call, and the link to the call, very important. So they should receive that after you schedule the call or after they have scheduled the call themselves using your link. And then you also want to set up a couple reminders. In my case, I set up my Dubsado so Dubsado is my client management tool, so that if the call is more than 24 hours ahead, so there's more than 24 hours between now and the call, then 24 hours before the call, so the day before the call, they will receive another email saying, hey, our call is coming up, just reminding you that our call is tomorrow at this time, etc., with the link again. And then you can also set up another email 1 hour before or half hour before the call, reminding them again with the link. People are very busy, they forget. You want to ensure that they will be reminded. It's also a good way for you to be reminded as well, because you should, if you are working with Dubsado, you will also receive a reminder like half hour before the call that the call is coming up. Quick recap since the beginning. The person has a way that they can reach out to you on your website, either a questionnaire, a contact form, a button where they enter their email and their name. Then you have a way that you will reach out, possibly automatically, so that you don't have to do everything manually, which, you know, as you grow, it's going to be more inquiries. And if you do everything alone, then you're only going to be doing admin all day. So either an automatic email saying that you're going to be reaching out, or an automatic email with an investment guide telling them that to review the information. If they're okay with the budget, they can just reply to the email saying that they're okay and ready to move forward to getting on a call with you. So a way that you're going to reach back to them. Then you're ready to move on to the discovery call. So you're going to send them either a link so that they can schedule the call themselves on your calendar, or like me, you're going to ask them for days and times that they can get on the call. And once the call is scheduled, they should be receiving a confirmation email with the link, and you can do another one 24 hours before the call and then 1 hour before the call. So at this point, you've had your discovery call, and you have to decide based on the information that you gathered on that call if they're a good fit to move forward to the consultation, like in-person consultation, or not. So you should be coming on this call prepared to ask lots of questions about their projects, their timeline, their budget, and see if it's a project that feels right to you or not. If it feels right, then you want to move on to the in-house, in-person consultation, or you decide that they're not a good fit and you might just want to have a template email ready that you can just adjust, so you can add a little paragraph telling them why they're not a good fit, but have an email, like a template email ready where you say you're sorry that they're not a good fit, but you can recommend someone else. It's always good to have templates ready that you can still edit, but at least you have something ready and you have a sequence and you have a process. So at this point, after the discovery call, so either they were not a good fit and you're going to send them that email, or if they're a good fit and you want to do the in-person consultation in their home, then you're going to send them a scheduler with a payment link. So in general, I suggest that the discovery call, whether it be 15 minutes, I think it's a little bit short, but maybe 30 minutes to 1 hour should be free. And then the in-house consultation, I recommend that you charge your clients, because you have to go to their home. You're going to spend 2-3 hours of your time, excluding the time that you have to actually go there and come back. So it makes sense to charge them. If they don't want to be charged for the consultation, they might not be ready to even invest some of their money into an interior designer. So it might not be a good fit anyway. So what you can do, if you use something like Dubsado as a client management tool, you can send a scheduler and they can schedule, but they have to pay the fee for a consultation. So I don't know, maybe $300. They will have to pay so that the consultation is confirmed. This is a great way to get it done. Instead of sending the scheduler and then sending them an invoice separately, at least you get them to do it at the same time. Then it's the same thing as the consultation call. They will receive a confirmation email giving them the details, the day, the time that you will go to their house. And if maybe you have a questionnaire as well that you want them to fill out before you go to their home. If not, it's just sending them the details. And as the first call, you will send them a reminder the day before that you are going to their house. All right, so next step, the consultation is done. You've been to their house, you did whatever you had to do there, you took some photos maybe, you gathered more information, and you again have to decide, are they still a good fit for me or not? If they're not a good fit, again, you're going to send them an email outlining the reasons why you think they're not a good fit and possibly recommend another designer that might be able to help them. That's always nice to do. And if they're a good fit, you want to send them an email saying that you will reach back out in X days with a proposal. You send the proposal after the number of days that you told them you were going to send them the proposal, you're going to send it out and you're going to request feedback. They probably will have tons of feedback. It's always that stage where you have to fine-tune details. But once they approve the proposal, you have to have a contract and an invoice for a retainer ready. I always talk about Dubsado. Dubsado is an amazing CRM tool, client management tool for creatives. There's so many of those steps that you can easily automate. And even if you need to approve the steps, obviously, because you need to decide first if they're a good fit or not, you can just click the approve button, and so many things have the potential to be simplified. I also think that when you set up everything, so all your process in something like Dubsado, you will follow the same process because you will be able to see the step-by-step, and it's just a matter of you following the process for every single inquiry. And the cool thing at this stage is that once they sign the contract or pay the invoice, you can trigger the onboarding process. I do this with all my clients. Once they pay the retainer, they will be automatically onboarded. So they will receive the email with all the information. They will receive their email with the login details for their client portals, where they will have their invoices, their questionnaires that they filled out, every email that we've sent each other, everything will be in the client portal. And so it's nice because as soon as they paid, they get onboarded. So it's the same thing for you and your clients. Once the contract has been signed, or they've paid the retainer, it can trigger an email with your welcome guide. It can also trigger the client portal activation, or they receive an email asking them to schedule the first meeting where you will review the concept boards. So whatever you do now with your clients, just think about everything that they need to do when they get onboarded, and that will be triggered automatically once they've signed the contract or paid the invoice. And that is how you're going to be able to nurture someone who is like what we call warm leads. So it's someone who is interested in your services. They inquire, they click on the button on your website, and you have a clear process where they feel nurtured, they feel taken care of, and it's very organized. It's not DIY. And you take them through all the steps until you can onboard them as clients. As I said, having a client management tool is absolutely essential. Even if you're a small business, you're a solopreneur, you work on your own. I've had that since my first year in business, and it has absolutely changed my life because I was so much more organized. I was clear about what the next step was for each one of my clients, and they received all the information that they needed when they needed it. So if you want more information about Dubsado, we do offer for our clients a one-on-one setup where we set up Dubsado based on your own needs for your business. I will add a link if you want to get more information about this one-on-one service. And if you're not there financially and you want something that you can do yourself, you want a process that you can set up, implement yourself in your Dubsado, you can visit our shop. I will also link it down below. You just do it at your own pace. It's obviously more budget friendly. So we have two options. And if you have more questions about this process, of warming up like leads, inquiries, prospects, all the way to onboarding them as clients, please drop a comment down below or email me as well. I'm always happy to help, and I'll see you in the next video.